Hi Virgo, welcome back. Thank you for joining me today. Welcome. Virgo, messages for Virgo. Let's start with a bit of tea leaf, I think, or maybe we'll go with this. Being called to this deck. Virgo, messages for Virgo, people, placements, energy. Okay, there could be a beginning of some sort of divine timing. Maybe this is a level of authority or something to do with a spouse or more learning. Maybe coming into a more responsible sense of authority or control over your life, especially if there is some kind of maybe there's some kind of controlling relationships around you as well. So you're kind of staying guarded from this, or you're kind of needing to maybe cultivate a sense of more benevolence as a leader, somebody more optimistic, positive, growth expanding, kind, with Jupiter energy here. Yeah, nurturing compassion. Okay, interesting. And maybe there's some kind of like emotional patterns you're leaving behind now, especially with these lunar eclipse tonight. So these are subconscious patterns. Pisces is the last zodiac sign, so it embodies all the previous ones. And there's this real kind of culmination that we're experiencing, especially before we move in to the next 20-year cycle of Pluto and Aquarius after December, which is kind of leading us into the Aquarian age, right? So we'll go ahead and see what this is with Reaper. Okay, it could be ending something. Maybe a way of being or something like that. Could be a mindset, especially in regards to money or self-value or love in general. 32. Could be manifesting something more, maybe a better, stronger, happier leader energy here. Maybe you had to go within to kind of gain this kind of light and wisdom, and now you're going to be able to really take it out into the world and be a more benevolent, compassionate person that operates from the heart space. But let's see, ending sudden change, unhealthy attachments. Maybe there was an unhealthy attachment to a relationship or a pattern of emotionally relating to people in the past. Yeah, and this kind of was like maybe you kind of didn't see your shadow side before. There was some kind of regret or repression here. But let's go ahead and see. This is the beginning of a much better life, even if it doesn't seem like it. You might pray for something, set intentions, and do spells, hoping a magnificent dream drops in your lap. But big dreams require big changes. You must become the person who can achieve the goals you want. This could be about your health or about your job, your daily routine. Maybe there's a deep psychological understanding or a kind of revealing about some kind of health matter or something to do with finances and opportunities in your work, maybe offering more opportunities, especially if you're a boss or something, maybe opening a position or something. The kind of growth requires you to get rid of in your life of anything that has held you back. While the circumstances may be unpleasant, the results bring you a step closer to goals that are patiently waiting for you to evolve so that you have everything you need to ensure success. If you find yourself facing the end of a relationship or situation, know this is an unhealthy attachment that doesn't support the person you're becoming. If you receive this card about the future or an outcome, it's confirmation that your time in the situation. Yeah, so I feel like I've read everything I need to in that card. Let's grab you an extra few messages. Most important vital advice for Virgo. The golden child, inner child, tenderness, innocence, and rare gifts. Okay, so coming back to that sense of like childlike joy, exuberance, positivity, faith, optimism, a gateway, really. Interesting, the golden children. This could be maybe a new relationship, marriage, business opportunity, business contract. Children of the sun are highly advanced, extremely intelligent, who are incarnating increasingly on Earth. They have little or no personal karma and possess incredible gifts and intuitive abilities. Golden children are born with a very clear mission, may remember from a young age and begin answering and sharing it early in life. Due to unique intelligence, they might find themselves easily bored. Most have never incarnated on Earth, and they're not supported in the right ways. They struggle with physical life here. They're referred to as new humans. If you pull this card, it's a sign you're being called to mother, father, or nurture a child. You may be called to tend to your own inner child, a creative idea or project, or a new beginning, to treat yourself or the new beginning with sweet, tender love, to nourish and nurture it, to give it every chance to grow and reach adulthood, to encourage it, to water it, to see the world through the innocence of a child, to see yourself and all others as innocent children, to remember that deep down everyone is trying their best, and if they're treated with a tender heart, they'll not harden as they journey through this great adventure called life. So maybe you've kind of grown up with ways with people or parents that were really hard or harsh, or you've kind of expressed this towards other people, and maybe you're deciding to change this about yourself so that you can have healthier, positive relationships and connections and manifest from a higher frequency of positivity. That could improve your health as well. Messages for Virgo. Yeah, it's like removing boundaries, especially if you've been very spicy with people in the past in a kind of control or guard manner so that you could protect something. This was really causing disunity in your relationships, right? So it looks like you could be facing things, like facing the music type vibe a little bit. You know, a lot of Virgo rules this kind of analytical, critical ability, but the opposite side of their sign is Pisces, which is this kind of unconditional, loving, compassionate nature. And maybe you need to balance out the opposites with what kind of energy you have a lot of in your chart. If you're a very critical person, it's important that you do have space to be creative, free flowing, into music, into love, so that you can balance that out, because you already have the gifts that Virgo gives you, right? If you have too much Pisces in your chart, you need to lean into that kind of daily, gritty, kind of serving energy that Virgo can offer, right? So a Pisces could benefit from you seeing how you're kind of nitpicky where they're not, right? Where they kind of maybe skimp over details a lot of the time. They could embrace some of your traits, and that would give them a sense of balance and power and kind of completion, right? So that's important for everybody. And I think I'm going to see what's going to come in your future, what's happening for Virgo's future. Tell us about Virgo's future. But I think there's a real, with this white gateway here, when I accidentally grab this white deck, I think there's real purification. And that's what Virgo rules as well, health and purification. It's the virgin, right? So it's about cleansing ourselves, making sure we're operating from a balanced, healthy state. So yeah, you could be working through a lot of maybe betrayal energy in your relationships, maybe pain, heartbreak type vibes, but it looks like you're coming out of this kind of passivity in the future. Tell us more about Virgo's future, please. Maybe you're letting go of like ego, or like operating from like I'm the number one leader type vibe, especially if you have fire sign placements in your chart. Knight of Wands, so that you can actually pursue something in a more like balanced way, perhaps like with more guidance and grace and air under your wings type vibe. Going with your instincts more, especially if you've kind of repressed your instincts in the past, what you know is right, or what you know is positive or right or good, so that you can actually invest properly in your emotional relationships, invest emotionally, especially if you've been guarded emotionally in the past and in your past relationships. Tell us more for Virgo. What's happening in the future? Tell us about their future. Page of Cups. This could be an apology or maybe a new start for you emotionally. And the Ace of Cups. This is a real strong sense of a new beginning in love for yourself, or just for your relationships in your life in general, which will attract a lot more love and abundance. Love in general is ruled by Venus, right? And Venus rules finances. So if you've been having issues with finances, which Virgo is an earth sign, it focuses on the nitty gritty details of life. Leaning into a sense of like love, true love in life will attract all that you desire, because people love to be around positive energy. It sends out a signal in the universe that you feel content and enjoyable, and you're operating at the higher frequency of happiness, and then you attract better that match that frequency, right? So yeah, this could be, maybe you're planning this for the future, but I hope you like this reading. Please hit like, comment, share, subscribe, or hit the Buy Me a Coffee link if you want to leave a tip. If you want a personal reading, message me on Telegram. Also, Jupiter is really tied into this kind of higher perspective or view of stuff, courage, action, beginnings. Jupiter is also a very benevolent planet. It protects Earth, right? It's a very optimistic sign. It's very positive. So it's very willing to learn, wants to teach, wants to support people, right? So I thank you so much, and take care.